Good morning friends. Today we like to discuss the application of reverse bias configuration. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the concept of biasing, that is forward bias as well as reverse bias. These biasing concepts are taken from the natural motion of electron across the junction when there is no external field. If the same direction is maintained with the application of external field, then it is called forward bias. If the external field will reverse the natural direction of motion of electron in n type and hole in p type, then it is termed as reverse bias. So, in case of forward bias, the majority charge carriers are accelerated, which constitute huge current of the order of milliampere. But in case of reverse bias, the majority charge carriers, that is electrons in n side and holes in p side, are keeping away from the junction. This can be again shown in the block diagram of the reverse bias. In this reverse bias block diagram, we see this is the simple diode. Here it is p type having majority charge carriers hole, and n type the majority charge carriers are electron. And across the junction, due to the density difference of charge carriers, and which gives the concept of diffusion of charge carriers. So, electrons from n type left the crystal to the p type in the hole position, and due to the transfer of electrons in the process of diffusion, there are lack of electrons in n side which create the positive ions, and excess of electrons in p side which create negative charges in p side. These two regions, that is n type and p types, create the charge depletion region CDR. There are no free charges in this region, so it is immobile charges. So, we show this diagram as this is immobile charges, positive, and here negative. Positive in n side and this negative in p side. And this positive source along n side and negative source along p side constitute a contact potential, that is known as junction potential Vj as negative and positive. This block diagram can be represented in this circuit diagram. Now, if we use the meter, then the current flow in this circuit of the order 10 to the power minus 6 ampere, that is microampere. So, this amount of current, which is very small in comparison to forward bias, is due to the movement of minority charge carriers. The minority charge carriers in p side is this electron and this electron experience, we can magnify this diagram as electron, this is a force due to this positive potential, and here it is a repulsive force due to the negative potential. So, what we have, this is a force F1 and this force is F2. This force is attractive while this force is repulsive. So, these attractive force 1 and this repulsive force F2, these two forces are try to this bring negative charge across the junction, and when it cross the junction, this negative charge flow towards the positive potential as and when it cross the junction. So, in this way the current is due to the minority charge carriers, and the plot of the flow can be represented in this way of this. This is the reverse bias part. In this reverse bias, this current is very high at this particular voltage, and then this voltage is known as breakdown voltage. This breakdown voltage is of two types, as we have discussed in the previous, that is avalanche breakdown, and second is Zener breakdown. Avalanche breakdown used as switching circuit, while Zener breakdown used the voltage regulation. So, today I would like to discuss the application. So, mainly we have to discuss about the application of Zener voltage. Zener effect. This Zener effect used as voltage regulation. Now, as the previous discussion, Zener diode is a heavily doped extrinsic semiconductor. The doping is 1 to 10 to the power 6. That is, this is 1 of 10 to the power 6. So, host, this is impurity atom amongst the 10 to the power 6. This is host atoms. This can also be expressed as 10 to the power 2 upon 10 to the power 8. This is 10 to the power 2 upon 10 to the power 8. So, what we find, the doping in Zener diode is 100 times 100 times larger than the normal diode. Normal diode. It means the normal diode is, this is 10 to the power 8 be the doping concentration. Doping concentration in normal diode. So, what will happen if the doping concentration will increase? Means what the doping concentration means, the junction potential due to the diffusion, junction potential due to the diffusion will confined in a very, very small region. That is, there is decrease in CDR width. This indicates that decrease in CDR width, and which is approximately 10 nanometer to 20 nanometer. This kind of width will develop of the CDR, and field across the junction is E, that is V upon L, V upon 10 to the power 9 meter. So, this V into 10 to the power plus 9 volt per meter. So, this field E is V into 10 to the power plus 9 volt per meter. This field is very, very high, very, very high, very, very high. So, this field, sometime this gigavolt to megavolt, very, very high, that is gigavolt to megavolt. This gigavolt to megavolt field. Then the force acting force F is equal to E into V, this force, and this is V into 10 to the power 9 volt per meter into E, that is 10 to the power 9 electron volt energy 10 to the power 9 electron volt energy to 10 to the power 6 electron volt energy available for the electrons across the junction. And this high energy electron comes out from the lattice structure as the concept of field emission. This is field emission. So, in case of Zener diode, there are two important concepts One is heavily doped extrinsic semiconductor. This heavily doped extrinsic semiconductor create very thin CDR region, and the order of CDR region is 10 nanometer to 20 nanometer, and this thin CDR region produce very high electric field across the junction, which give the concept of field emission. So, this is the peculiarity of the Zener diode, and if this Zener diode is used in a particular circuit, then the breakdown is taking place at, here it is Zener breakdown, and it is symbolized as Vz. It is symbolized as Vz. At this particular Zener voltage, there are several amount of current at a constant voltage. We can have, this is IZ1, this is IZ2, this is IZ3, etc. So, at a constant voltage, there are several currents across the Zener diode. This one is the important concept regarding the Zener diode. Now, the question is how this one is used for regulation. How this is used for regulation? So, for this we have a circuit. We have the circuit in which Zener act as a regulator. So, for this we see the circuit, that is this is simple circuit using Zener. So, this end is V input, this end is V input, input voltage is applied over here. This is your RS. Here it is Z, this potential is Vz if it is grounded, Zener voltage, and this is load. This is load RL. This is load resistance RL. So, what happens if the IS be the current in the resistance Rs, then this current Is distributed at this particular point in two parts. This is IL load and this is IZ. So, in the circuit, we have number one resistance Rs, number two Zener diode, and number three load resistance, that is RL. These are the three requirements in this particular circuit. And in this circuit, the current flow in this circuit is current in the circuit is governed by Kirchhoff's current law, that is KCL. What is KCL? That is 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 equal to IL plus IZ. IL plus IZ. If this current is IS, then this current is divided in two parts, IL plus IZ. For varying current, that is input current, that is 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 vary, the current is vary, then this is IZ vary plus IL fixed. This is the simple mechanism, means the change in the current is there are change in the currents component as delta IS is equal to delta IZ plus 0, that is delta IL is equal to 0. So, IL1 is equal to IL2 fixed. This gives the concept fixed. Now, the change in current IS is equal to delta IZ. So, what does it mean? If IS will increase, then there is increase in the IS, delta IS will increase, then delta IZ will increase. If delta IS decrease, then there is a corresponding decrease in IZ. So, what we feel at a constant voltage Vz, if there is a change in the current, then that corresponding change is just to compensate the source. This can be clarified with the suitable example. Suppose in the given circuit, there is a change of voltage, say this is 10 volt to 15 volt, this is 10 volt to 15 volt, that is V input, and the resistance here it is Rs. Rs is equal to 500 ohm, and we apply a Zener diode of Vz 5 volt, and here it is a resistance load RL is 10 kilo ohm. RL is 10 kilo ohm. So, how to explain the action of the Zener diode? The action of Zener diode can be explained as the current IS. The current IS is expressed as this V input Vin minus Vz upon Rs. V input, this voltage is V input, this voltage is Vz. So, this V input minus Vz upon Rs are the variation. Variation can be so V minimum minus Vz upon Rs to V max minus Vz upon Rs. So, let us find the maximum and minimum value of IS. IS minimum, IS minimum is V minimum is 10 volt minus 5 volt upon this is 500 ohm, 500 ohm. So, this is 5 volt upon 500 ohm. So, this is 1 by 5 means 0.01 ampere, or this can be 10 milliampere. This is I minimum. IS max is equal to 15 volt minus 5 volt. This is 15 volt maximum upon 500 ohm. So, this is 10 volt minus 500 ohm. So, this is 0.02 ampere, that is 20 milliampere. So, IS variation of IS is, this is 10 milliampere, which is less than IS, which is less than 20 milliampere. This is the variation. So, this variation can be seen on this graph. In this graph and this circuit analysis, if this is 5 volt, so the output voltage is 5 volt due to the Zener voltage. Thus, the load current is as IL. IL is Vz which is equal to V load upon 10 kilo ohm. So, this Vz is 5 volt upon 10 kilo ohm. So, this is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. So, this load current is 0.5 milliampere, this IL, this value is IL. So, the remaining part means the Zener current is IZ is equal to IS minus IL. So, IZ minimum is equal to IS minimum minus IL, and this IS minimum is 10 milliampere minus 0.5 milliampere. So, this is 9.5 milliampere, and IZ max is equal to IS max minus I load. So, this is 20 milliampere minus 0.5 milliampere. So, this is 19.5 milliampere. This is 19.5 milliampere. So, what this method is? In this method, the current IS is flowing here. The current is in between 10 to 20 milliampere. This is 10 to 20 milliampere, and the load current here you find IL is 0.5 milliampere. This is load current. So, they compensate the extra current IZ. IZ is varying from 9.5 to 19.5 milliampere. So, this variation of Z. So, in this variation, this can be understood through this graph. At this Zener breakdown Vz is 5 volt. So, this breakdown will take place at 5 volt, and this when Zener is fired at 5 volt. So, these are the variation. These are the variation of Zener current, and these variation are from 9.5 milliampere to 19.5 milliampere. So, this one is. Now, one important concept here, that what will be the wattage, what will be the wattage of this Zener diode? The wattage is the wattage of Zener diode is P is equal to V into I. P is equal to V into I. So, in this case, we take V and this is IZ max, IZ max. So, V is 5 volt and this I is say 19.5 milliampere. So, what do you find? If you take the approximate value for the wattage, so this is say 5 into 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. So, this value is 5 into 10 is 100, this is 0.1 watt. 0.1 watt means you can say 10 milliwatt. This is wattage.